This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. This is Reagan Laughlin with RL Real Estate Group and EXP Realty, and here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And today I have the pleasure of interviewing one of my mentors, Jen DeVore Richter. Hello, how are you?
Great. Hi.
Good. It's good to see you. Jen, first thing I want to do before we move into the interview is just ask if I have permission to record this video and share it on social media.
Of course.
Okay.
This
And,
conference will now be recorded.
and then I am going to let you, Jen, tell us who you are, where you are, and what your business is.
I'm a business coach. I'm actually a certified platinum business coach and a professional speaker. And I live in Denver, Colorado. And the name of my company is called Boss Women Rock. I have a magazine and a five-star rated iTunes podcast that I publish. And that's the name of my company and who I am and where I'm at.
Awesome. Thank you, Jen. And then, Jen, I want to ask you, how are things going in Denver, Colorado? The reason that I am with the whole COVID-19 pandemic that we're all in, the reason that I'm doing these interviews is I want to try to help small business owners right now, no matter where they are. I want to try to help them and get their message out because obviously everybody's online right now, and I really want small businesses to get their voice, have people hear their voice and their message to find out how they are actually servicing their clients and customers now. So,
Okay.
Jen, tell us how COVID-19 has affected Denver, Colorado, where you are at. How has it impacted the people in your community and around you?
So Colorado, the entire state is under shutdown. Like we are sheltering in place, they call it, meaning that all non-essential businesses are closed and
Okay,
we are highly encouraged to stay at home as much as humanly possible. So there's
sure.
no activity. The only things that we're allowed to do at this point are walk around the parks
Yeah.
and get exercise outside in our neighborhoods. We can still exercise our dogs and go on hike, you can go on hikes actually. You can go to the mountain and go on hikes. We can go on walks to the parks. Denver has a beautiful park system with over 300 parks in it. I've got 4 or 5 right in my own neighborhood, which is amazing. So that's
Oh,
about the only thing that we're allowed to do. Other than that, all social contact has been cut off. All non-essential business has been closed.
okay. Okay. Wow. And Jen, how are you and your family, your friends? How are you guys feeling? I hope you're feeling well.
Yeah, no, we're feeling great. And so far, nobody that I know has caught the virus. And my husband and I are the only ones at home. We're empty nesters. And so it's just the two of us and our dog, and we're,
Oh, good.
washing hands and we're with each other 24 hours a day because we both work from home. So our
Oh,
motto is if you get it, I'm gonna get it. And that's just how it is.
right, right. So you guys are really staying at home a lot because your business, Jen, and this is what I want to move into, is an online, really online. You don't have to necessarily go out if you don't want to, correct?
Right. Yeah. So I have 2 areas to my business. So I'm a business coach that's an online business coach, and I help brick and mortar businesses that have storefronts or offices grow their business online. But then I also work with business owners who want to have an online business. There's a difference there, right? So like one of my clients is a roofer. That's not an online business, but the way that they market their business is online. And so that's one type of business coaching that I do. And then I have another side of my business, which is where I help people build an online business. And part of my strategy for doing that has actually included live events. And actually, I was supposed to have a live event yesterday morning and here in Denver,
Oh, sure.
and I had to cancel it. And I also speak at other people's events, and I had to cancel those. I've lost probably 4 events just for March and April, 4 live events just for March and April due to COVID-19. But what I did was just shift from having a live event to having an online event. So
Right.
yesterday morning, when I was supposed to have my live event here in Denver, I just shifted it to an online webinar, and I ended up with, I'm actually up to 72 registrants because some people wanted the replay after I had done the live recording.
Oh,
So
shoot.
72 business owners got on my webinar, which is actually more people than I had registered for my live event, surprisingly.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
so everything is just shifting, but for me, it hasn't. I have lost some events, yes, but those events are either rescheduling for later in the year or they're moving to an online platform, which I think is if it's done correctly, doesn't have to be detrimental to the business or to the event.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So Jen, tell us exactly how
Mhm.
um, you help businesses. I mean, you know, and I know there's so many business coaches out there, right?
Yeah.
And so, Jen, how is your message and how is the education and training that you give to your students, how is it different?
So the first thing, anybody can become a coach. Anybody can become a business coach. It's not a regulated industry. You basically print up a business card, put up a website, and say you're a business coach. And so there are a lot of charlatans out there and people that spread a lot of false truths and bad information about what it really takes to be successful in business. My background, I actually used to be the manager of advertising and consumer research for NASA at Kennedy Space Center and had a very successful career in corporate America in marketing. I also have a master's degree in business. So my business coaching experience isn't one that I bought online, really. It's one that I've earned over almost 30 years of professional marketing experience. I've been an entrepreneur for 16 years when I left Kennedy Space Center. And I worked at ABC TV and a bunch of other cool places before that. But when I left corporate America and decided to become an entrepreneur 16 years ago, one of the other key businesses that I had as an entrepreneur, as a marketer, was an ad agency, which was a 7-figure, it actually still exists to this day. I sold my equity to my business partners, but a 7-figure earning marketing agency, digital marketing agency. It has an office in Jacksonville, Florida, employees on 2 coasts, the whole 9 yards. And I just didn't want that type of business model anymore. And so I decided that I was going to build an online business. And when I first started trying to build an online business, I made a lot of mistakes because some of the principles that I was thinking that I had to apply in my business, my first instinct was that they were too expensive. I didn't have multi-millions of dollars like I did when I was a corporate marketer. And so I basically did the exact opposite of that. I did the exact opposite of what I knew would work. And I started doing what everyone else was telling me would work when you have a small business, which is join the Chamber of Commerce, print out some business cards, go to networking events, and get clients one at a time. And that worked up to a point. And one day I woke up and I realized I was making about 42 grand a year, which is actually the average for most business owners. And I was saying, man, this is just a lot of work for 42 grand a year. There's got to be a better way to build a business. So I started trying to shift and trying to repivot my business. And unfortunately, about a year into it, I had a terrible health scare and ended up in the hospital, ended up with a bunch of surgeries over 2 years, and everything came crashing down. And kind of like in the moment that we're in now, right now with COVID-19, I lost everything. I had to sit in my house when I was recovering from surgeries, wasn't allowed to leave for 30 days because I was healing. Had no clients because I couldn't go to networking events. I had no office, I had no employees, I had to let everyone go, and I had nothing, I had to start from scratch. And so what I realized was that there were already people that were doing business online that were really successful at it. So in particular, I started studying the work of Dan Kennedy, who's the world's foremost thought leader on online marketing and direct response marketing. That's the type of marketing that I preach, teach, and practice. I learned it from Dan. And so that's what I teach, is what Dan teaches, is direct response marketing. And the key concept is that it's omni-channel, it's multimedia. A lot of what I see these so-called business coaches preaching is usually they attach themselves to one platform and they'll say, you know what, Reagan, you need to be on YouTube. You need to be a YouTube star, or you need to be on Instagram, or you need to be on LinkedIn, or this is the holy grail. And
Right.
those things are not true. That's not true. And
Mhm.
the best marketing comes from different channels. So like when I was at Kennedy Space Center running multi-millions of dollars worth of ad campaigns, I was running TV commercials and radio ads and billboards and print ads and sales collateral and you name it, we were doing it. And that's what made it work, right? And so that's what I teach is multi-channel, omni-channel, direct response marketing. And the difference is that what we don't focus on is brand building, just getting your name out there. That is futile and a waste of time completely. Business owners
Okay.
don't have the budget for that. They don't have the time for that. They need to do highly targeted, direct campaigns that put their message in front of the right market on the right media. So that's what I teach.
Okay. Okay. And Jen, can you explain what exactly is direct response marketing?
Direct
Can you
response
just
marketing
can you
is
just
what
give
it's,
us?
yeah, it goes direct to your ideal perfect client, right where they are, and it hits them in their heart and it hits them in their mind. So a lot of business owners just want to get their name out there and get their message in front of everybody in the world. That's the wrong approach. The more highly specific and highly targeted you can be with getting your message in front of your people, and writing all of your marketing copy to speak to a certain type of person with a certain type of problem and having a certain type of solution that will solve that problem, that's what direct is. Now, the response part of it means that everything is going to be measurable. So big brands sometimes have the luxury, like, pick a name brand that you like. Nike, Coca-Cola,
Sure.
McDonald's, it doesn't matter, right? So those companies do big brand marketing where they're just trying to get their name out there and it's all a numbers game because they have millions or billions of dollars to spend on marketing. They can afford to do that, right?
Okay.
Plus, they are generally selling to the wide masses of consumers. Okay,
Mm.
McDonald's, everybody eats McDonald's, so they're marketing to everyone. Okay, but direct response marketing breaks that down into campaigns, kind of, so it would be Pepsi products, for example. A Diet Pepsi would be sold differently than a Mountain Dew commercial, right? So
Okay.
maybe
Yep.
Diet Pepsi would be sold to people who are trying to be health conscious, even though Diet Pepsi is poison, but they might be trying to be health conscious, so they'd sell that. Whereas Mountain Dew might be sold to younger, extreme sports enthusiasts, right? So they're understanding who their market is. They have a different message and they're picking different media for that market. The difference is that those types of campaigns, those TV awareness campaigns, don't have a measurable result. They're just
Sure.
measuring
That makes
eyeballs,
sense.
right? They're saying, oh, we bought a TV ad schedule that has 1 million viewers supposedly on it. Okay.
Right.
Now, unless you're a small business owner that has millions of dollars to spend on branding or thousands of dollars even to spend on branding, that's a complete waste of time because the reality is business owners don't have that. So we need to create marketing campaigns that go direct to the people that we're trying to reach and get a measurable response. One of the key strategies that makes this work is information in direct response marketing. So we market a lot. We don't market call me now, get a free consultation, and we don't talk about our company that much. Like, I call them self-serving platitudes. Oh, we've been in business since 1968 and we have 30 employees and we're family owned. Those are
Right.
completely irrelevant concepts that people don't care about, right? Nobody's
Mhm.
laying in bed at night going, you know what I want to do? I want to hire a business owner or a business tomorrow that's family owned, been in business since 1968. And, they don't care about that. They care about solving their problem. Okay.
Right.
So you have to create marketing campaigns that solve their problem. And one of the key ways that you could do that is with information and creating information and then marketing the information so that you can get a measurable result, like email signups.
Okay.
And so like if you
Sure.
have a webinar, you promote the webinar, you get people to sign up for the webinar, you know the result of the campaign because you can look to see how many people signed up for the webinar. You can look to see how many people watched it live, how many people watched the replay, how long did they stay on. You can also do direct mail campaigns. So you send out postcards to a neighborhood because you're a real estate agent. I'll use this example. Send out postcards in a real estate market in a zip code. And on that postcard, you market a book, First Time Home Buyer's Guide to Buying Your First House.
Right. Yep.
And you would know if that works by the number of download requests that you get for the free ebook.
Right.
Right. So it's measurable. There is a response, and it's going right to the ideal perfect people that you need to meet, versus what I see a lot of people doing, buying banners on the side of the road at a little league baseball game. How are they going to measure the result of that? They're not. Their friend might say, oh, I saw your billboard, or I saw your banner, or something like that. And then they think that the marketing's working. And that's
right.
Just not. So that's the difference between direct response marketing and branding, and how you can make your marketing really work for you and get a measurable result.
Perfect. I love that explanation. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, Jen, so here's the next thing. I want everybody to know where you are again, and how do people get in contact with you? Because one of the things that you have done for me is actually scheduled online coaching with me. And I love that, and it was one-to-one, and we got to work together, and I really appreciated and liked that. It helped me a lot. And so how would people get a hold of you, Jen? And where can they find you on social media?
So I'm everywhere on social media. You can just look for my name, Jen DeVore Richter. And then my website is jendevore.com. And on my website, you can download a free book. This is direct response marketing, right? You can download a free book that has sales and market secrets to uncovering your first or an additional $100,000 in your business. So that's at jendevore.com. And also on that page, you can schedule a 45-minute business breakthrough call with me, where I can uncover $100,000 in hidden revenue potential in your business, guaranteed. I've done it hundreds of times. I can do it for every single person, no matter what type of business you're in. So that's how to reach me and what I can offer to your listeners.
Awesome. And then tell me this, Jen, one last thing. Can you tell me how people find your Facebook group that you have that is for boss women?
Yeah, so I have a Facebook group. We've got almost 600 members in it, growing every day, especially right now. I'm adding about 10 people a day to the group. So like Bangbusters, you can go in Facebook on the top search bar, and you can type in women in business, and it should start to pop up because I'm at the top. So you can type in women in business, success, and then boss women rock is at the end. So you can find it that way. Or you could just Facebook page, Facebook group URL, facebook.com/groups/boss women rock success. So that's how they can join the group.
Perfect.
And men are welcome too. So it's Boss Women Rock, but men are welcome too, just so you know.
Okay, that sounds good. I'm glad you clarified that for everybody. Okay, Jen, it's been a pleasure to talk with you again and to get to share your business. You really have propelled me in my business as far as looking at things completely different, like I've never looked at them before. And I thought that I was a good savvy marketing person, right? And I really thought that I knew what was going on and knew how to engage people. And you have taught me to look at things differently. And you have also taught me that it's okay to go on camera and talk to people. So thank you for that. Actually, another group that Jen and I are a part of is the Fierce Movement. And I think that is actually Liz Goodman is the one who introduced us and got us connected. So I really appreciate her connection. And it's wonderful how then we just keep connecting with more and more people. So Jen, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure talking with you today. And we will talk to you soon.
Bye, everyone.
Okay, goodbye.